X Cup Winter Playoffs! Let's go, everybody! We are still in the first round of the winner bracket. We have two on the Spider Queen as the Hardos face off against Team RageQuit. Now again, 8 teams in Europe qualified for the playoffs, and the Hardos were one of the teams that made it into the top 4. So this is obviously favoring them a little bit. We have a double elimination system. Teams that lose here will drop down into the losers bracket. Also quite important to note that right now it is a best of 3. First round is best of 3s. We're already splitting the entire playoffs over 4 days this time, which in and of itself is awesome and epic, but it also means that even with that, if we want to cover every single game, we gotta reduce some of them to best of 3s. And obviously on Thursdays and Fridays, you can't just start in the middle of the day. Some of these guys have jobs that they have to attend, so yeah, we're starting at 6 p.m. So it's a best of 3. The next round, for whichever team advances, will be a best of 5 series. We're starting things off with a ban on Garrosh. But I gotta say, the one thing that I really want to know is, does Limu get his Tracer? He's been playing Tracer a lot, and he is one of the players that has been driving their success, that had a huge impact there. And I want to see if he gets a chance to show off his Tracer against a team as strong as the Hardos. I mean, obviously the blue team is the favorite in this series, but still. Now there's 4,000 euros of prize money on the line. The entire X Cup series is sponsored by an anonymous donor, our Mr. X, the Heroes of the Storm fan. Talk about Heroes of Storm fans. Today repping HGC, the Heroes gaming community. Oh yeah. So yeah, he's been a Heroes of the Storm fan, an esports fan for a long, long time. Watched even before HGC, played in the alpha, played in the beta. And when HGC went down, stepped in and started supporting the scene here. So big shout out to our Mr. X who makes all of this possible. As we are seeing supports band, Jojo band 2. And what's our first pick here? Tomb of the Spider Queen. And are we gonna get any cool picks here today? The one thing that I actually find very interesting in the Nexus Cup, which we just had a couple of days ago, we had in total, I want to say, 3 Nova picks. Was it 3 or was it 2? I think it was 2. So we had 2 Nova picks. Now, most of these Nova picks happened when a team was heavily ahead. That included Team WAP. But personally, I'm very interested to see if we're going to get anything like it again. There were some really, really fun ones. Where we had, for example, Tyrael with Judgment again. Hanzo Arrow as a follow-up, and then Nova with a Precision Strike. Reminded me of the old days, especially in Alpha and Beta. But at this point, we got Hanzo. He's getting taken as the first pick here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. A lot of interrupts, of course. Blaze and Rhaegar. Blaze is just insane on the sideline. Blaze has such a fantastic track record as a hero. It's crazy. So, alright, we got our double pick. Let's see what the blue team is pulling off here. Yeah, Diablo and Junkrat. That's a lot of interrupt already. If you wanna get rid of a couple of gems, you're not gonna have an easy time. Hanzo comes in, scatters the arrows a little bit. Junkrat with one grenade after another, and then Diablo always good for a quick wall stun. So that's already sweet. What do you ban here? I mean, you can target supports even more. Stukov and Lucio have already banned out. Rhaegar has been picked, but they are focusing on the side lane. They're getting rid of Leo. No skeleton on this one. And they could ban Tracer now. Tracer definitely an option on this map for Limu. I think he really wants to play it eventually. But how much is that a concern to the Hardos? Do they ban frontline instead, or is that something that really worries them, that he could try and take them on? So they ban Sylvanas instead. She's obviously also an absolute powerhouse. Gets picked especially on the bigger maps. But here with the objective and Sylvanas, you can push quite nicely. So they're already indicating that even if Tracer... I mean, everybody knows, of course, that Limu is good on Tracer, right? So he's not Dino level, but the man knows what he's doing. And in this case, they say like, yeah, if he does it, we don't care. Currently, we have Tychus, so they could always swap things around a little bit. But it doesn't really look like they want to go for that. Tychus against Diablo, so the bigger they are, becomes an option. You have stuns with the Nubarak, with Blaze. So a bit of a CC chain that can be used against the big boy. And then you have the chance to just use Tychus and get those hit points destroyed with a level 4 talent. Final 2 picks for the blue team. And as of now, we got the Space Goat and the Crybaby. Anduin. Anduin is in the house. Oh, the Alliance! I want my mommy! Okay, so let's see if he's gonna have a hard time against all of this. But every time you have that stun coming in, You can, of course, go for the quick pull. And you have also the options with the light bomb now to make a bit of a play. And Maiev on the last pick. Alright guys, that sets the stage. We are in the winner bracket. We're in the first round. The X-Cup Winter Playoffs. Tomb of the Spider Queen is our first map as we are heading into the series between the Hardos and Team RageQuit. First game in our best of 3 in the winner bracket. We got the Hardos against Team RageQuit on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Harzobs with our boy Junkrat. Extra wound timers. We got Copenhagen on Urel. Anduin is played by Yazu. We got Nick with his account Hans on Hanzo. And Bad Benny is playing Diablo in the game. On the right side of the map, Shizakid on Nubarak, Limo and Tychus. Down for Life is playing Blaze, Alex Badman on Rega, and we got No Game, No Life on Maiev. Party time, everybody! So, let's see if the red team has a chance here against the Hardos, who obviously are very much so hoping that they're making it all the way to the grand final. There's always like this little Damocles sword over the head of everyone, where the looming threat of Team ripping you a new one eventually is a thing. But maybe today, in this tournament, we're gonna have a different outcome. Since Team Ra lately, especially in these qualifiers, have seemed a bit more vulnerable. They actually lost a few of the qualifiers they participated in. But the first blood goes over to the Hardos. Initially, it looked like they might be the ones losing one of their heroes. And again, it's Bad Benny that gets attacked. But he's already starting to bully Shizakid around a bit. And he's making it out, as assume. Yeah, with Hazu also moving in. But early aggression, I like it. Right from the get-go, we have teams being a little bit aggressive. And talking about that, Tychus is down. Okay. Tychus gets murdered by Hanzo. That, by the way, would never happen. I mean, are you kidding me? Look at Tychus and look at Hanzo. Who do you think wins a fight there? One guy has grenades, the other one has a bow and arrow. One guy is just absolutely ripped. The other one is a hipster that orders Starbucks soy latte. I know who would win a fight there. So that is just unrealistic. I say, look at this guy. I mean, honestly, look at him. That is absolutely insane. I mean, that gun alone. And those guns to boot. So, yeah. I mean, sorry. Hanzo, that... Yeah, there we go. That's a stun straight to the face. And again, Nick, on the other hand, is already starting to move in a little bit. Okay, there's the stun. Misses. Can he get the tether? The pull from Anduin saves him for now. But yeah, here we go. Oh boy, look at him. Just look at him. On his little lion Chinese doggy or whatever that is. And then on the other hand, you have Tychus riding the magic carpet, you know? Bigger the R is in, and we also get the Under King now. But yep, Hanzo, again, trying to get a couple of arrows through. I mean, Hanzo is literally Hawkeye, right? And Hawkeye is fucking useless, I'm sorry. Hawkeye is the guy that is always just sitting there like, pew, pew, I'm useful, I'm useful. Maiev is dead. But yeah, there's no way that Tychus would lose to Hawkeye. I'm sorry, nobody loses to Hawkeye. Hawkeye can run around and play bow and arrow all day long, go for the full Robin Hood setup, but yeah, that doesn't make him any more useful. Hawkeye is just the Aquaman of the Avengers. And they can cast Jason Momoa in this one as much as they want. We all know that Aquaman is just like, yeah, he's the Robin of the whole ensemble. But yeah, there's a little bit of a side note here. Now, we got a bit of bullying going on, and that's where Bad Benny comes in. Obviously with Diablo, bullying galore. But off we go. Gets pulled again. And here's the king of pulling out. He's pulling one target out of harm's way after another. Yeah, Nick in this case needed to be saved. Same also for Bad Benny, by the way. All the way up at the top. We got Hazu destroying walls. The entire fight at the bottom of the map, and Hazu just doesn't care. He's like, alright, I'm going to use all that freedom that I have topside and deal with this. Might have stayed a little bit too long, though, and plays it out very nicely. So yeah, that's where the experience of him shows. Comes in and just absolutely outplays on the escapes. Yeah, nicely done. But with all of that in play, we got the early level 7 talent now for the Hardos. They have a half-level lead. And they're already making the plays here. The desperate prayer. Hanzo again. I don't even know why he triggers me so much this game, but he definitely does. It's kind of weird. Like the model with the arrow, you know, it's like, pew. Enubarak. Enubarak wrecked. He's down. That's an easy kill. That's 4 kills to 0. Damn, the Hardos already with a statement on map number 1. Get the blue web weavers going and everything. Here comes Bad Benny with a bit of a pull. Gets the damage in now too. And of course now the only question... careful on the end. Oh, that was close. 88 HP. One more grenade and that's just over. But yeah, as it stands, they are starting to make their plays. They get ahead, and of course there is a chance that they're now even taking a fort down. So that's a lot of momentum that's potentially being built by the Hardos as they're aiming for victory in game number 1. It's still a bit too early to call it, but we have 5 minutes in and we have a I'm gonna be gracious here, 1.5 level lead for them. And they're getting solid damage in at the bottom of the map as they're destroying the first tower, drop the second, try to go for the fort here too. Tigers is defending the top, has done a good job here. Limo on the way back down. And they're starting to make a pretty big impact down here. It's 50% of the HP already gone. Still the split between the mid lane and the bot lane, so it's not a full 5-man commitment or anything. But Team RageQuit needs to try and get some of those gems turned in. They have 62 that they're currently holding, so they already lost quite a few gems through those 4 deaths. But the window is closing since the Hardos are about to get level... They're about to get level 10. There's the interrupt. Couldn't get anything done. And with level 10, we're going to see a fight. Unless, of course, they get the kill on Bad Benny now, but I don't really think so. There's the stun on the other hand, but once again Yasuo is ready, and here's level 10. Meme strike for Nick. Nick went meme strike, no arrow this time. And... okay, Limo gets the fountain. That was a big question there. Did he have the cooldown, yes or no? That could have backfired also. And talking about backfiring, that's 22 gems. Meme strike. Put the light bomb on Diablo as Benny was using lightning breath. Now that timing was a little bit off. That didn't do anything for them. Did not engage with it, but they're still making the play for Blaze. That's 26 gems. Do they get them back? And the answer is no. They also lose an Uburak, so that's 2 down. And that is a lot of gems that are gone. The pressure continues. But yeah, as you can see here, this didn't really go well. Blaze gets caught in that situation. And then they drop the gems. And Uburak for a second was hoping that he could maybe recover them. But then he also gets cornered. Dies too. That's 2 down, 6 kills to 4. The first fort has been eliminated. The one in the mid lane gets attacked next. And they are just pulling farther and farther ahead in this one. Yeah, that is rough. If you're losing the outer ring of defense, it makes it so much harder for you also to approach the turn-in. They don't even have enough gems right now for turn-in. They're at 49, missing 1. Whereas the Hardos have enough for a second turn-in. There's the Riptire and the arrow. The arrow comes in once more. Blaze gets attacked and he already bunkers up. But I think he's still gonna die. Yeah, he's down. Blaze is dead. This is not a good look right now. 7 kills to 0. Big momentum for the Hardos as they are starting to take full control of game number 1. The way that the playoffs, by the way, were also structured, teams that found themselves in the top 4 of the standings after the last qualifier were able to pick an opponent in the bottom 4. So first, the number 1 in the standings picked the team that they wanted to play against, and the number 2 had that choice, and then the number 3. So that's how this all came together this time. I mean, most of the time when you're talking about seeding and anything, you have a setup that is very similar to this. Number 1 against number 8, number 2 against number 7. So the first round, therefore, is most of the time a little bit more one-sided, but the whole idea is, of course, that you give teams an incentive to fight through every single qualifier, to establish a good position in the standings, and then have an easier time in the winner bracket to make it towards the grand final. But the air is going to get quite a bit thinner here very, very quickly, since if the Hardos wins, they go up against Team Ash. Now, we're way too soon to call any of it, but there is no doubt that at least in map number 1, it's a dominant position for the Hardos as they take another turn in. They have the boss, they got level 13, so they got a lot of advantages now. There's no denying that this fort is definitely going to fall. That one's gone. Question is just, what else can they do? We want to push this a bit further. And Team RageQuit has apparently decided that they're willing to take the fight. Level 13 or no level 13 talent. They don't seem to care. They know that they got to do something. So they are playing around the top lane, trying to make sure that they're not losing a keep here. Already Hanzo coming in with his arrow. Forces them back a little bit. I think he could have held that even a bit more, but the web weavers in the mid and the bot lane are also starting to become a problem. And that's why Blaze is currently splitting off to try and deal with it. They are going to get slaughtered here, I think. They're going to lose at least one keep. That's what it looks like. The bottom is already opened up. The keep is going to be attacked soon. Up here at the top, it's a 5v4 that they're fighting. The disc is out to stop them for now, but the boss is still murdering that keep. And at the bottom of the map, as you can see, the same thing is happening here too. This is likely going to be 2 keeps that are losing here. Great play by the Hardos. They are the favorite in this, and they are supposed to really showcase that they have the experience, that they have the coordination to pull this off. And now 10 minutes in, 2 of the keeps are gone, so they're doing exactly what they're expected to do. We have 41,000 damage from Hanzo, 27,000 damage from Tychus. Hanzo gets cocooned here. They want the kill, and Anduin has having none of it. Anduin is having none of that. Pulls the target back out. 2-level lead still. Situation in gems, I mean, Team RageQuit at least has a few, so if they turn in, they get a web weaver. It's 13 talents to 13, so that's the saving grace for them. It's the only play you can make. The timings on these light bombs, on the other hand, is not really on point. Yeah, the coordination is a bit off when it comes to that. So that's the second light bomb that we saw just absolutely doing nothing. But right now, the fight still is going the way of the blue team. Everybody seems to be low. They make a play for Bad Benny. And he still makes his way back out of the fight, but the bunker has been dropped. Everybody is low on the red team side, and 16 is very close for the Hardos. That would give them another big lead here. Hanzo, yeah, the counter-attack attempt, but nope, it's not enough. Blaze dies. Catapults are starting to move towards the keeps, sorry, the core even. So yeah, that's another problem. And things are starting to very, very quickly deteriorate even further than they already have. It's 8 kills to 0, a 4 versus 5 situation with the camp just snuck away by the Hardos. A push through the middle as they lock in level 16. Ooh, this is gonna hurt. Yeah, the double pull now with the Glyph of Faith. Got the Odin dropped in the back just for defensive purposes. Diablo's already attempting to escort a catapult in. The only thing that is really going Team RageQuit's way is that catapults are currently so weak that they're not going to threaten the core anytime soon. But of course, you are losing just everything on the map now. Yeah, Bad Benny, he's taking those hits like a champ. There's the light bomb in. Now we're talking. No, that was sexy. That was a great play. Yeah, light bomb engage, perfectly timed with Hanzo's arrow. Now we're talking. This is it. 32 gems for Maiev. They're making another play, and no game, no life dies, and so does Shizaki. That's the gems gone. We're going to take another quick look at that play, because that was awesome. They go for core, 5-man team wipe. But yeah, look at the corner play here. Just the initiation, there's the arrow, everything, and then there's the double kill. But we have a victory, and it's a perfect win as well. They didn't lose a structure, they didn't lose a single hero. Now they go for the core. Perfect game by the Hardos as they drop Team RageQuit. 13 kills to 0 as we are headed towards game number 2.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Map number 2, Dragonshire. Yeah, a little bit of an ass kicking on map number 1. Literally the perfect game for the Hardos, and didn't suffer a single death, nor did they lose a structure. Now we're on Dragonshire, and interestingly enough, this is the map choice of Team RageQuit. So despite the fact that they lost, they said, hey, we want to play this one out on Dragonshire. Maybe they got a strategy prepared where they hope that they can surprise the Hardos, time will tell. But it is going to be an uphill battle either way. The Hardos are the favorite in the series. There's no denying that. Team RageQuit made it into the top 8, which in and of itself is already an accomplishment for them. But now there is a chance, a very good chance, that they're dropping into the lower bracket and have to fight their way through that. But of course, in a best of 3 series, there's always a chance that maybe you're catching your opponent a bit off guard. Dragonshire as a map pick might give them an angle. We can of course expect that at some point here, at least, Rexa is going to be addressed. Once again, we have our 2 supports, Lucio and Stukov, banned out. And I still want to see if we maybe get Limu's Tracer. Now, there's a couple of other heroes that also can be addressed, and one of them was banned out earlier. Genji, for example, didn't make it into the draft either. another option for them. But there's Falstad, first banned. No birdie. The Haka still up. So we still got some globals. Unless, of course, at some point you want to bust out the Vikings. Those were the days, honestly. Those were the days when we had the Moreno brothers, when we had Lucy and Vortex playing, and they played Vikings on Dragonshire, and the first time that you saw Balog being split off behind the opponent's fort, proxying waves and putting insane pressure onto top lane structures, the towers in the fort in particular. Those were the days. Back when we had ammunition on the towers. Ah boy, back then you could still come up with all kinds of new crap that nobody really thought about, so yeah, it was pretty awesome. Rhaegar is the first pick for the Hardos, the blue team, going for the support that will allow them to take the camps a bit cleaner and faster. And obviously his abilities in team fights. Nothing to be frowned upon either. Junkrat being banned too. And yeah, show us what you got. The Haka for the global. Hasn't been addressed in the draft, so they take it. Well, in the bans. And here comes Hanzo. So for the top lane, that leaves us with the potential Rexa pick. We could also simply see Blaze, or we could see Urel there. I think those are the three that we're really talking about. Rexa is called the King of Dragonshire for a reason, but you can never underestimate the power that Blaze brings you. And if you're talking about traversing between the lane and the objective, Urel is pretty powerful too. So they go Sylvanas, and they go Hogga. Hogga, I've talked about this before. He's always the one that I'm forgetting. Like, every time. When we're talking about side laners and what you could pick there, always slips my mind. Doesn't matter how many times I really consciously think about him. He's always some that is like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. It's kind of nuts. He needs a marketing campaign or something. Okay, so we got Nubrak banned out. No Cocoon for now. I still want to see what Limo picks. What do they ban? Limo needs something that's a little bit more zippy. You know, Tigers has a dash, but that's just not it. And here comes Zarya. Didn't even think about her as a potential pick, and that makes me sad now. Because Zarya would have been awesome. I can't help myself, but if you have a Zarya in the game, it's usually fun. You have one team that wants to 4-man hard, the other team wants to try and prevent it. It's very asymmetric in regards to strategy, and that makes it very enjoyable. At least on the observer side. Hate playing against the crap. Alright. Muradin and Tracer. Now we're talking. Limo gets his Tracer. What can he do with this? Now, of course, he's expected to at least at some point pick Tracer, so it can't come as a shock to the Hardos. They've been here before. And final two picks. We need our main tank. What is Benny gonna go for? Give me that Varian. Varian with Sylvanas. Could play it. Vikings! Oh, we knew this would happen, right? Benny with the pick. I guess they're shifting things around here. I suppose Hazu's gonna play it. Vikings on Dragonshire, the good old days. And the old boomer. Deckard Kane. Alright, let's go everybody. Map number 2 in the best of 3 series. Let's head straight into Dragonshire. It is Vikings time! Game number 2! And we are on Dragonshire with Copenhagen on Hogga, Hazu on the Vikings, Yasu on Rhaegar, Bad Benny with Diablo, and Nick on Sylvanas. Shizakid is playing Muradin. We got Limo and Tracer. No game, no life on Hanzo. Alex Batman on Deckard Kane. And Down for Life is playing Dehaka. So yeah, the old guy is gonna tell some stories again. Back in my day, we didn't have cars. Tesla! Horses! Where's my horsey? I want some pudding. Alright, so either way, Deckard Kane is in the house. And is going to waddle with his stick. But yeah, it's Viking time. And already we're having Tracer Viking hunting. So yeah, she's trying to get some action going here. Same time now. Oh, careful, my friend. Yeah, she's going deep for these kills, but still. Now, we have currently on level 1 already, we got the Redemption in, we got in this case Olaf the Stout, the fight still continuing. Stormbolts coming in, trying to take a hit on Copenhagen, but yeah, the Fleabag survives. Shiza Kid torturing the Goblin here. Goblin Mount was always troll, like I can't really help myself there. But it's kind of cool to see that we're having Hardos with the Vikings. I really want to see what they can do at the top lane. Now, obviously, we talked a lot about Misha in the past, and Rexa just having the split between the mid lane and control, the experience control and the shrine control. Vikings can do the same thing, so that's something that they can do here. You can try and split Balog and go, for example, back here, come in with Balog and then just control the minion wave and proxy that a little bit. That's something that the Moreno brothers, Vortex in particular, have done in the good old days. Tracer already down. That cavalry was eliminated very, very quickly over here. So zipping around, and then they came in with a fly swatter and destroyed the mosquito. And what is this? What? 1 minute and 37 seconds? Are you kidding? Damn, that might have been a new record. That is a speed dragon right there. Holy hell. Yasuo on the run at the top. There's level 4 already. The doggy has to be careful. But yeah, in the mid lane, we have the Dragonite doing some work. But that was an insanely quick hit. We get in the kill though. So not a perfect game after all. Sylvanas is down and Eric dies too. Professor Eric is gone and I think Yasuo has a problem. Yeah, if he gets a bite of Hanzo, maybe he can get a kill, but nope, that's not happening either. So 2 kills to 1. What did the Dragonite do? Remove the wall, so at least that one. But yeah, that was... Oh, the Dragonite is still there. Alright, Dragonite is still active. That's actually a fair amount of value for this early of a Dragonite. The earlier you take this bad boy, the less of an impact he usually has, because, I mean, again, scaling with time. But in this case, that wasn't too bad. That was actually okay. Potion of shielding here on level 4. But I gotta say, for an early Dragonite, that was a lot of value. Now, we have still an invade going on. As Team RageQuit is just saying, no respect, boys. We go for the fights and we try to take them. Deckard Kane is also really good to control these choke points. So he's already coming in with this. Copenhagen! And the camp is claimed by the Hardos. Vikings with the side lane pressure in the meantime. Sylvanas obviously can also very aggressively push, so you gotta be careful when you're on Team RageQuit side. The Vikings can be very annoying, and then you have Sylvanas pushing with a potential 3 or 4 man on the other side of the map. So, yeah, it's not gonna be easy to balance that out. But camps are taken, one after another. They got the Bruiser camp down here too. Muradin. Why did you stay there, my friend? That was a bit of a face check on the bush that didn't go his way. Let's just call it like it is. So, just to give you a bit of an idea of what not to do, if you realize that your opponent has just taken a camp, maybe don't stick around and wait for them to slap you. So, that's an easy kill there. Muradin is dead. The dwarf didn't want to live. And when we're talking about level 7, we not only have spin to win, we got the Purification. Purification on level 7 for the Hardos here with Rhaegar. For our girl, we got locked and loaded. And now Tracer has to pretty much hard carry this one. So Muradin is gone. That's 2 kills to 2 now. Half a level lead for the Hardos. And all the way up the top, here comes a Tracer. Straight in zipping with a Tron bike. You know, that is an appropriate... I'm not even going to rip Limo for not playing the money pick. I'm not even going to do that. That is an appropriate mount for that hero. There's some synergy there. Limo gets immediately pinged as he misses the bomb, so he already gets blamed. That should happen, but that is just adding insult to injury. First, you're missing the kill on the Vikings, and then you're dying as a rotation catches you. That is bad news for him. And Rhaegar, he survives. Alright, good for him. Good for the doggy. They're trying to go for the kill on Muradin, but he's hopping out as well. At the bottom of the map, down for life. He's holding on to the shrine for now. But level 10 is very close for the Hardos. That should give them another boost. That allows them to make a bit of a play. Oh, careful, careful! And there's the kill. The dog is dead. Yeah, so he's getting a little bit aggressive here, isn't he? He's coming in for the bite. He's like, boys, I'm a wolf too. I can do damage. And then everybody just comes in. Nope. And just tells him otherwise. But Benny, you know, Benny dies in solidarity. Benny saw Rhaegar die and he felt a little bit bad because it was already the second time that the wolf went down. So he said, like, guys, he's going to take this too harsh. It's going to be a bit of a problem. What if I int as well? What if I run it down mid a little bit? You think he feels better? And yeah, he just went for it. You know, that's a buddy. He sees you throwing and he just says like, yeah, we're not going to blame you. I'm going to throw a little bit too, make you feel better. Yeah, that's a chat right there. Anyways, level 10 abilities on both sides now. Deckard with the usually storytelling as he goes for the stay a while and listen. APOC, combo, the doggy, they go for the old guy. There's the arrow. Limu is low. Stay a while and get wrecked. Or not. Couldn't get the damage out. Yeah, Limu's very, very low. He needs healing. Genji is not the only one that has that one locked in. He needs healing and needs it quickly. But, yep. There we go. Benny. Yeah, and Benny gets crushed again. That's a bit rough. It's murdered. Second death. Look at Team RageQuit. They might be raging a little bit, but they're not quitting yet. 5 kills to 3, and they're closing the gap. Now they still got to deal with the side lane pressure. That's definitely a potential problem. They're posturing at the bottom lane again. Now with all of the map control that the Hardos have, they're already threatening another Dragonite. And look at this. Guys, that's a Dragonite. That's literally a Dragonite. Yep. Vikings came in, and look at Eric. Eric has a battle axe all of a sudden, and he loves this shit. Yeah, Limu gets attacked now too, but the Dragonite is on his way up to the top. The rest of the team is creating havoc down at the bot lane. But yeah, Eric is going to be happy. Can you imagine? You're a little shitty Viking, and you have just like a slingshot and that's it, and then all of a sudden you morph into Dragonite and you have a battle axe. Oh my god, I mean, hear me roar, baby. We're going full Lannister on this one. No, not you, shut up. So, 5 kills to 4. And level 13 also soon in, but the Hardos with the 1-0 lead. They want to go to the next round. They want to go to the best of 5 series in the winner bracket semi-final against Team Ash. Top 4 is now down. Eric is doing a lot of cardio. You got to give him that. From all of the Vikings, I mean, he's probably doing the most cardio of all of them. He's just running around all day. It's actually interesting if you look at it from a fitness perspective. You have your muscle guy. You have like the gym rat. That's Baylock. Then you have Eric, he's definitely the runner in the team. And then you have the fat guy that doesn't do any sports whatsoever and just like flies. How does he fly around on a shield? There's not even an updrift here. So yeah, he's the one, you know, that needs to go a little bit easy on the Cheetos. Then maybe he doesn't die here. He got body blocked, but yeah. But he has the stun, you know, he has the momentum. Once he gets going, he can absolutely wreck them. Could play football. He could be in the defense, for sure. Either way. So right now, we got our quick hit on Hanzo. He's dead, and we're gonna see Muradin die too, I suppose. Hogger nearly didn't make it either. Oh, the kill on Tracer. Deckard Cain is dead. Oh boy. They are crushing the Hardos. Oh my god. It honestly feels like Nick has a hot date or something. He's been swiping, right? Yeah, for sure. You know he's on a timer. You can definitely tell. He's like, boys, I don't have enough time. We need to end this quickly. I got an appointment. Tinder has been good to me lately. Need to get out of here. So yeah, let's make this happen. 2 levels ahead, 8 kills, 2-6. And the Vikings still with a push at the top. Thanks to that, they can now control potentially the next objective. There's even a couple of additional camps that they can play around with. Yep. We got 22,000 for Hogger, top damage on the team. Hanzo with a 38k. And... oh, no. Look at that. Hazu, the Juke Master. Even with the Vikings, he's dodging the Storm Bolts. Yeah, he's doing well here. There's the APOC, the arrow. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, get wrecked. The arrow, baby. That one was sexy. They get 2 kills out of that. Nice combo, I gotta say. And, well, we're gonna take another look at this one. That one was awesome. Look at the aggro coming in from the right here. So they try and make a play for Muradin. The arrow hits, and it hits hard. And then the follow-up is just crushing. So that's 8 kills to 8. Still a level behind, but they are starting to close this. Way better game now from Team RageQuit. They should have gone for a warm-up game, and just as I praise them, Hanzo goes down again. Limu, I don't know, but today these bombs are just not hitting. They already made fun of him a bit earlier when he wasn't able to get the hit on... yeah, no, oh, the story of a fail. Yeah, I feel a bit bad for him, honestly. Not bad enough that I wouldn't play it again, but I still feel a bit bad. So Limo is already here. He missed the bump initially, and then they're trying to make the play, and then the recoil just doesn't work out for him. They caught him, and then Breeze went... not Breeze. Benny went full Breeze on him. Stunned him into the wall. Diablo can be can be pretty bad for Tracer. Ask Fan about it. About Breeze's Diablo. He can tell you about that, but yeah. Either way, that one hurt. Now we have for now 10 kills to 8. So every single time the Team RageQuit is starting to come back a little bit, it seems that the Hardos are making another big play. And now they're of course with the Vikings looking for another Dragonite. And the Haka, the dinosaur, is about to be extinct. Good arrow. Good enough to save him? Yep, indeed. Alright. But the Dragonite has been taken. This time, it's again Eric. You know, he's hogging the glory here. Eric is a bit of a shitbird if you think about it. And I'm not talking about Eric Trump either. I'm talking about this Eric. No, like seriously, like think about it. He already had the first Dragonite. He could have given one up. He could have given one to Balog. He could have given one to Olaf. Nope. Instead, he just goes in, hogs all the glory for himself, and is like, "Nope, boys, I liked it. First time was awesome. Let's go for number 2." And I'm not really on board with this. I think he should share it a little bit. You see, he wasted it too. It's easily gone within seconds. Now, the keeper of the bot lane, talking about things that are gone, that one's gone too. Siege Giants, Catapults, this is way too much to handle. And that core is going to lose the shield very early too. Yeah, top keep is getting pushed. Core is getting pushed. The shields are gone. Tracer is gone. That's the 5th death on her. 11 kills to 8. Oh my god. Stay a while. Get wrecked. Yeah, there we go. Diablo finally dies. So does the core, but you go for the kill here. You take what you get. At this point, you're 40% down. Catapults are in. Those two, by the way, those 2 catapults blocked. Yeah, these guys are going to be fired. What is this driving? Seriously, how did you get a license for that thing? So yeah, that's game. Nicely done. 2-0 victory for the Hardos. Team RageQuit drops down into the losers bracket, and we're going to go straight for the Hardos against Team Ash in the semifinal.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.